Hello everyone, Sons and Duck2, welcome to another mod overview, this time on WTBW machines. A mod that simply adds in additional furnace tiers, machines for smelting things well powered, breaking things down, making plates, hydrating them and so on. You have generators that are coal or solar panel like. You have redstone related with a clock and an emitter. And you have other sort of utility blocks like a vacuum, chest, detector, breaker, and placer. So, yeah. So we'll just go from left to right. First we have the furnace tiers, where you have iron, gold, diamond, and N tier. And then the ender core is required for that with the following resources. We'll just put in some fuel and other elements in, and we'll see what happens between each of these and what they can process. Now I'm probably going to need a hopper for the end one, as it does use quite little fuel, but obviously smelts quite a lot of things. So I'm going to get that, because I think it could smelt about 2 stacks or so pretty easily, from what I remember from testing. So we'll just output this one, and then the rest should work fairly fine. So you can see this one is probably a bit faster than a regular furnace. We'll put this in, and you can see that it's even faster. And we'll come back to these later and see where they stop. And they do stop midway through processing, so keep that in mind if you're wanting to send things in and out, as you probably might be doing that quite a bit. Should be enough. But yeah, so this one will probably get up to 2, maybe 2.5, I think, stacks or so. But yeah, so we'll wait for these to process. But yeah, they are just increased furnace tiers that smelt faster, and for the sake of, say, 1 fuel, I think it is, we'll just remove that, so it's a lot more clear how much it can actually do. Next up, we have the, let's see, we'll go with the emitter and such. So, for many of these, you'll notice groundium, which is made with any type of smooth stone, polished basalt, and otherwise from decoration mod even, or just regular stone you find in the world, as well as obsidian. It's used in a lot of things for some of the other machines, like the crusher, quarry upgrades, spikes, and other utility redstone focus blocks. And yeah, so we'll just cover the timer first, which gives a pulse every 10 seconds, which if we, for example, wanted to dispense something, say from a dispenser, we'll just put in, say, some cobble, and you can see it'll dispense it every 10 ticks. I think is every, I'm trying to remember, tick is 2 ticks 1 second, I think, so, or maybe I'm wrong, 5 ticks or something? I can't remember, but you can see that it's going possibly every 1 or 2 seconds, maybe. So, not too bad. So if you want to do something like that requires an action to put something in constantly, then you can do that. And otherwise we have the emitter, which is made like so, and allows you to set the signal to whatever you want manually. Just set the time to day real quick, and if we just lay out some redstone, as much as we can of course, you can see that if we, right click with our empty hand, you can see that it's outputting 1, and you can see it go all the way up to 15, which it reaches about there. And then if we do the 16th, it'll be 0, of course. So you can set the signal to whatever you want. You don't have to have it where it's sort of tricky to go, okay, I want 15, but I have to put the block at, say, the end if I want to get the lowest signal. You can now set the lowest signal with just the block there, so quite convenient in situations where you want a lower signal to output something, and if you do want a higher one, you can, so you have manual control over redstone there. We'll just check our furnaces, as they've now done 9 ingots in the iron furnace, 19 and completed all of it. As you can see, a bit was left over there. But 19 in the gold one. We've got 39 and a bit left over of progress in the diamond. And we've got how much in here? So 2 stacks and a 32, so I was correct with 2 stacks and a half, which was just a guess, but it seems to be the case. But yeah, so that's just for 1 coal in each. Obviously, other types of fuel that you use will vary. So, moving on, we next have some of the other utility blocks, like the block breaker, made like so, the placer, with a piston in place of a pick, and you've got the detector with an observer and the quartz. So yeah, so just place these down, and obviously the sand will collapse. Okay, so we'll just put this here, and we'll put this in a sort of farm-like way. So we'll probably want to get farmland. We'll get some water, and we'll also get some wheat seeds, for example. So we'll put water here, farmland here, and we'll put seeds. And obviously with something like the block detector, it'll output a signal similar to the observer whenever something happens. So, for example, if we bone mill this, which it doesn't want me to apparently, because it's moist and such, yeah, I can't do that. Because it's a different mod, but either way, if it did grow, you would see that it would obviously update accordingly. So if we try something like, I think sugarcane might work? I think sugarcane works, yeah, because it's not based on other means of prevention due to conditions. But if this grew more and more, then obviously it would output a redstone signal. So we'll just get, for example, some dust here. I think increasing the tick rate will change sugarcane, but I'm not too sure. We'll see. You can see even cactus doing that. Okay, so with sugarcane it possibly doesn't, but with other things that would output a signal, and then these would say break it, and then this would place more sugarcane there. We'll just try with something like ore, for example, which might work much better. Just put iron here, even though I've already got a ton of it on me, so we'll just remove that so we don't need it. We'll get a lever, and we'll place this down and that down. Place that there, that can break it, and it's now contained. This would be placing another one, if we wanted it to. That'll break it, and that'll output a signal, as you can see. It is accessing air, though, or looking for an air block. So if we just put in more iron blocks, that's going to keep breaking. That wants an air block to be the only space it can focus on, sort of output a signal every time there's no air block, it seems. This will break the ore, because that's what it does. It breaks, obviously, blocks in that space, and this was obviously placing the iron. Now you can obviously control redstone if you want to, so you can have it where it requires a redstone signal, which I think is the high level in other mods. You've got the no redstone one, which is ignoring redstone, and you've got the requires a pulse, which I think is the, no, that's just the pulse one, not the low one. And there's also ignoring. Okay, let's see, we'll just remove that. We'll just get ore again, and we'll see what changes here. So I'll still break it, because that hasn't changed. Requires no redstone. Yeah, so that's the low one I was thinking. So yeah, when it says it requires no redstone, I'm assuming that's the low equivalent you get in other mods, where high is obviously it does have a signal, or all of its power being given to it, so the stronger signal, or the other is either the lowest or none. That's pulsing, so if you had, say, the timer here, it would do it every single time that's ready, and then ignoring redstone altogether, so just do whatever it wants. There's no signal there, it just does anything. So yeah, and obviously the detector with it outputting you'd have this looped around. If I can get this right, there we go. You'd have that looped around to here to output a signal if you wanted, and then keep a cycle going. Moving on, we have the vacuum, which will probably be the end of this part, and then we'll move on to some of the others next. But made like so. This pretty much contains, sucks up anything in the area. So we'll just put, say, some gravel down. You can see it picks it up. There's also particle effects to give you an idea of it reaching them, and you can see that it doesn't there. So about here is where it reaches, which I think is about 9 blocks or so. And you can obviously filter what blocks or items go in here. So if you want, say, only ores, or only gravel, or say, only flint, or something, then yeah. So useful for, say, mob drops on the ground, such as, say, rotten flesh, where you only wanted to pick up that, it will only pick up that. And you can see the gravel's just left there. So anything else in the area will obviously be picked up by this. And you've got redstone control for that as well, if you want to control things with redstone. And yeah, that's pretty much it for part 1. In part 2, obviously, we'll cover things like the quarry, generators, the other processing machines, spikes, and other upgrades and things. Thanks so much for watching though, and goodbye.